Hey, it's TJ, your mortgage guy. I'm here today with Michelle Ayers, and we wanted to chat a little bit about her business, Purple Door Catering. She's a friend of mine, and I just wanted to chat with her a little bit about, how she's surviving through this COVID pandemic that we're seeing, and just wanted to spend a few minutes to hear a little bit about her business and how she's giving back to the community. So thanks for joining me today, Michelle, and I appreciate you being on here.
Hi, thank you.
Sure thing. Well, Michelle, start off by telling me a little bit about your business and how you guys got started.
Okay, well, I own Purple Door Gourmet Kitchen and Catering. We've been open a little over a year now. It was a year in February, and I've been in this business for a long time with restaurants and all different types of food service. But I decided a little over a year ago to be on my own again and do just events and catering. And yeah, so I just did it again. It's been going great. We're located in Windhurst, and we pretty much just specialize in events and catering. So right now we're definitely have had to switch things up a bit.
Oh yeah, it's got to be tough with no events are allowed, or nobody's able to get together, and
Yeah,
can't cater any large parties. I mean, it's got to be difficult right now.
it is. My business is basically, the whole plan is based on gathering. And so yeah, it's been a lot different, but it's also been very unique, and the community has responded real well to all the changes we've had to make.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Mhm.
What kind of changes have you had to make, and I mean, how have you been able to keep your doors open during this tough time when nobody can get together and there's no kind of events going on right now?
Well, we've always had a Friday dinner that we offered, that was just one option, and it was something that people could order ahead of time and pick up on Fridays. So we are already doing that. So we knew we could continue to do that. So we just kind of expanded on that. At first, the first week or two, I was doing and selling everything I could. I mean, I was just trying to sell food and get people to pick it up or deliver it. But it was so chaotic, and trying to navigate that on social media and with the website, and it was just too confusing. And it was taking so much time just to explain to people how that works. And I was having to buy so much random food that in the long run, it wasn't helping at all. We're actually losing money. So I had to kind of pivot, and we focused on just the dinners, but I extended it to Thursday and Friday. That way people could focus on us offering food on those 2 days, and hopefully the rest of the week supporting other businesses. Me consolidating all the cooking into 2 days saved a lot of resources and labor and things. And I was able to, lower the prices, because we're not known as, a budget caterer. Our quality in the food is pretty gourmet, and to cost a little bit more. So I lowered some of the prices to basically cover cost. And so right now it's not about making money. It's about keeping the doors open and maintaining my workers and things like that. So, and for people to be ordering often, even I can't afford to eat out every night. So we kind of put the prices where they're affordable so people can order them for their family, but get a nice break from cooking. I'm sure people are tired of that. So anyway, it worked, and we're very busy on Thursdays and Fridays. I do throw in some extra things. We always make soups and chicken salad and egg salad and all different things people can pick up and add to their orders. And so it's done well. It's definitely not part of my business plan to continue doing it this way. Once things get back to normal, we wouldn't be able to survive that way. But for now, it's keeping our lights on, keeping our door open, and keeping the small staff that I do have. So I've been very fortunate for that.
That's huge. I mean, to just be able to have your staff, stay on board and be able to still offer them, income, and during these times when a lot of businesses are not able to keep staff on. I mean, that's awesome that you're able to innovate and, find a way to keep them busy. And, like you said, you're not the way you want to run your business long term, but it's helping out the community. It's helping you keep your doors open. I think that's really awesome the way you're able to innovate and make it work.
Yeah, well, and a lot of people are asking if we're going to continue to do this. And the challenge is it takes, to cook for a lot of people and package it. It takes a lot of space in the kitchen, a lot of energy in the kitchen. And so when I'm doing events on the weekends, the kitchen is utilized for that. So it's, it's hard to do both at the same time. So we'll have to evaluate that when things get back to normal, hopefully sooner than later, and see how we can still give people what they want, because it's all about the customers, obviously, but events and catering are our specialty. So that's still probably going to be our priority. A big positive through all of this, because social media is pretty much all the advertising we do. We have a pretty big presence. We're on Instagram, Facebook. We do have a website that launched just a little over a month ago, which we're still tweaking. But we've gained a lot of followers during this time, and we've almost 50% increase in all our followers and things. And so people that didn't know we existed, a lot of them now do. And so in the midst of all this craziness and stress, there's that positive out of it, so when we do reopen, I think our business will be even better, in good shape to keep moving forward.
You guys do a great job on social media. Every time your the pictures pop up, I get hungry. So you do a great job of posting, and it's awesome. And it's really cool. And speaking of social media, something else I wanted to touch on. It looks like you guys are doing some really cool stuff to give back to the community. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing and how you're giving back to the community during these times?
Sure. Well, we when these changes all happened pretty quickly, Purple Door, that's really what the whole concept was all about, was being, having a purpose. It's not just making money and not just, putting pretty pictures of food out, but we actually want to make a difference. And so through all of this, it was a big challenge to figure out, okay, how can we stay open but still help and not be a part of a problem? And even though our area isn't hit as hard as other areas, the healthcare workers and a lot of that, it's very invisible. A lot of people don't realize all that goes behind the scenes and all that people have to do, regardless of how many people are sick in our area right now. There's a lot of precautions and stuff. Anyway, we wanted to help them eat and have a good quality meal, because I'm sure, on average, some of them may and may not be going home. When they do go home, it's after dinner hours. They're not actually eating with their family, or they're trying to stay a little separate. There's lots of different reasons why they need a good meal. And with all the businesses being closed, even a lot of the restaurants, they still close early. So there's people working third shift and working later. They're not getting a good meal. They're relying on vending machines and things like that. But aside from them eating, we just want them to be appreciated, and let them know that we're thinking about them. And even though everyone else is in quarantine and having a little staycations and whatever, they're working hard, and we want them to know that we appreciate it. So we lowered our prices even more to just cost. So and a lot of it, even, a lot of our time is actually donated. We deliver for free. The cost of the meals are $10 per meal, and we spend a lot of money on packaging, really good quality packaging. So when they get this meal and they can't eat it right away, it's in a safe container. They can put it in the refrigerator and they can heat it up in that same container. It doesn't get old, and it's not something everyone has put their hands in. It's all individually packaged, so they can, or if they have to take it home and eat it later. We know a lot of people that are on the front lines, they can't even leave their area once they start their shift. And other shifts are even 12 hours. So we've gotten a really good response from this. Our goal is 2,000 donated meals. I believe right now we're up to 300.
Wow.
And we've delivered about 250 of those. We got another, the rest of those are going out Tuesday. And we're doing everything from the hospitals to some of the healthcare facilities, firemen, police officers. I'm trying to think of, there's so many different people who are, again, but we did a department in the hospital last week of all people that just sterilize equipment. And nobody knows those people even exist, but they're there making sure all the instruments and everything is clean and sterile for the emergency rooms and all those areas. So it's inspiring for us to be doing that and to be able to deliver these meals, and how people just want to give. It's just amazing. During times like this, the way the community really comes together, it's very special, and it makes me proud to live here in Lynchburg.
That's really neat. I mean, 300 food meals donated. That's really cool. You know, if somebody wants to donate, what's the best way to do that?
You go right to our website, which is purpledoorcatering.com, and it'll pop up on the first thing you see. It'll say, I'm feeding the community, and you can click right on that. It's super easy. It's hooked up to PayPal. It's just $10 a meal. You can donate one meal. For those that donate, you know, little groups, if we put it all together to feed one group. So that one meal makes a difference, even just feeding a group. And some of the shifts are just 6 people. There might be 20 people. There might be, so there's all different size groups. You can indicate where you want it to go. You can even follow up with an email if you have a specific shift. Maybe someone has a family member that's working a shift and they want to bless that particular shift. Or they just leave it up to us. And that's when we group them together for areas to make sure when we do feed a shift that everyone on the shift is getting fed.
That's awesome. That's really neat. And, you know, it's a very innovative way to be able to help out the community. And like you said, keep your doors open, keep your staff working. And that's really awesome. And I actually had some of your food over the weekend. It was the beef. It was fantastic. My wife and I both really enjoyed it. So I can speak from personal experience how great your food is. And I definitely recommend it to anybody that's looking for a great meal on Thursdays or Fridays, or if they want to donate a meal to somebody in the first responders. So Michelle, I really appreciate you spending a couple minutes with me today. And
Sure.
continue to help you guys and keep up the great work in the community. And I look forward to talking to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, TJ.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.